What's going on? Walking Man 45 here. Got a couple little updates I wanted to put on my channel. Once again, Patriot Knife and Tool inspired me to get out into the workshop, and I cobbled together this leather scabbard for my handmade, almost handmade, 6-inch Bowie that I picked up from Track of the Wolf. So this is a carbon steel blade. I have shown this before. It's got a full tang, well, at least like a full stick tang. It's not like a welded rat tail or anything. And as you can see, I put a brass pin in. I did make the handle a little bit longer than I think I like on reflection. I shouldn't have added these leather spacers, but I don't know, I just got it in my head that I wanted to, so I did. Yeah, so all this crap on the blade is open offs, beeswax, and pine pitch boot waterproofer for leather products. And I'll show you why it's all over the blade. But anyways, yeah, this is a piece of antler, obviously, that I picked up, I think off eBay or something. So I've really been liking this. Oh yeah, and the steel on the blade is carbon steel. So I hacked this together. A buddy of mine had given me an old saddle that, you know, had probably sat in a barn for 20-50 years or something, and this is the strap that goes underneath the horse's midsection. And I've made a few things out of various pieces of leather in the past, like this leather stack right here is from the same saddle. So this stuff was like super dry and cracking, so I had been putting the leather treatment on it for the last couple of days and just using a heat gun to kind of get it pushed into the leather. And basically I just slapped a couple pieces together and used some rivets. I know the rivets don't really match the motif of the handle, but I don't really have anything that would allow me to sew this. It just would have taken me way too long, and I just needed something quick, really, to carry the blade in. So as you can see, it's kind of like a belt, right? And I snagged this. I put together this button snap from another knife that I had. These were from like a Kydex holster set, and it's basically, this is a male and then this is a female. It's threaded inside, and so I can take these off, and you know, if I wanted to move this down or whatever. But I have this as like a drop leg sheath, because the end of it, the pommel end of the knife, is so large, and you know, it's not sharp, but it's jagged. I didn't want it up at my belt, and the reason is because when I was in Iraq as a Marine, I carried a K-bar on my belt, and typically, you know, the K-bar attachment system, it's like this, but it's a bit higher, and the top of the pommel of the K-bar basically wore a hole in my Marine blouse, camis, and yeah, I just wanted to make this like a little bit lower to avoid that problem with like coats and jackets and other equipment. You know, if you ever wear a pack, you usually wear like a waistband, you know, just to put the weight onto your hips and such. So that was kind of my reasoning, but again, I'll just try it out, and if I don't like it, I'll just move this back down if it's too like floppy. But all right, so that's the sheath. It's a bit of a hack job. Some of these guys that I subscribe to, and that you probably subscribe to too, like AW, You know, Georgia Adventure and stuff, they have awesome leatherworking skills. Patriot Knife and Tool, of course, bunch of guys. All right, and then I picked this up on sale, I don't know, a month ago or something. This is the Case Copperlock. This is the large 61549L. Probably my favorite case. These, in my opinion, are always the best put together of the case. This guy is olive green. It's a bit more white to my eye. I know it looks pretty green on camera, but in real life it's kind of white. Pretty smooth. The corners have a tiny bit of proudness, but beautiful knife. I could do without the blade etching. I may take that off at some point. Yeah, I like the mid handle lock release on the Case Copperlock versus the several other knife companies have it near the bottom. You know, this way it looks like you're using it, and then you really don't have to adjust your grip to close it. Whereas if it's at the bottom, I don't know. Anyways, Case's one of their top knives, the large Copperlock. And one of my favorite coins, I've been carrying this a lot, buffalo nickel, silver. This isn't very old, 2011. Getting some nice patina on there. And just a case I made for it. All right, guys, Walking Man 45. Out.